We're at Finovate, an event highlighting some of the greatest innovations in the financial technology realm. But the question is, do these fintech innovations threaten the traditional banking industry? That's a question I have for Warren Mead of KPMG. What do you think? Are we looking at a threat?
In honesty, the answer is a bit of both. The way I think about fintech companies is a bit like a bee. A single bee sting, it hurts, but you can get over it.
Right.
A swarm of bees, that's a different question altogether. So for many of the big banks, what they're seeing at the moment is just one or two bee stings to their traditional value chain. What I'm concerned for them is that this wave of disruption that's coming from fintech companies might turn into a swarm. But there's a flip side to that, which is what I like to say to the big incumbent banks is become a beekeeper, because there's a huge amount of, stretching the analogy, honey that you can get from all of these fintech companies.
So are companies hearing that message in terms of don't compete with them, but work with them? Is there any harmony? Is it even possible?
Absolutely is. I think if we went back 2 or 3 years, most people were worried about the threat of fintech, but we're seeing a lot more collaboration from all of the big global banks, setting up innovation hubs, working really closely with new startups to develop new solutions for their customers.
While we're talking about the role of these emerging non-banking options, where do VCs play in all of this? Are they working with you as well?
They are. I mean, there's hundreds of VC companies represented here today. It's great to see them. All the estimates we've seen indicate that this is an area where they're really going to ramp up their investment in the next year or two. I think they're really excited about what this industry can bring.
Is that Europe specifically or globally?
It started in the US, it's moved over to Europe, so a lot of the American funds are now looking much more closely at Europe because frankly some of the US markets got a little bit saturated as perhaps a bit too much money chasing too few opportunities.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me today, Warren with KPMG.
Pleasure, thank you.